Welcome back. In this part, we will see virtual environment. And if you see on 30 days of Python, there is Python for web development. That means we can use Python actually for web development. And for that, we need a virtual environment. Why we need virtual environment? Because we don't want to install different kinds of packages to the global, computer. Instead, we can actually install different packages for a specific project. So if you follow step by step this one is actually meant for Git Bash. It works, so you have to install Git Bash. So how do you install Git Bash? You come to here, as you can see, and then install Git Bash for Windows. And then if you follow step by step on your Git Bash, it works perfectly. But if you chose to use this, it's a bit different. So I will show you how to do that. I may remove, I may just step up, and maybe now I just want to destroy some. We don't need this. I can just kill this and kill this also. And then, yeah, we can keep that. And then I can also delete that. Maybe even I can just remove from desktop the test web. Instead, now I just want to create here in this folder. I want to create a new project, and the name of the project web. I call it web, the name. So how do I write that? And then maybe I have to just make dir and then call it web. Do you see this web? And inside web, I want to create a virtual environment. So I have to say we have installed already the virtual environment by doing this pip install virtual env. Yeah, you should do this. And then after that, virtual env and then venv, because I want to have this venv inside this, the web. And let's do that. Yeah, after a while, you will see a folder inside here. As you can see, I was in a wrong folder. So this should have been inside here. I can drag it and put it there, but I just want to do it differently. Okay, so I should have getting into the web. And now I can do the same step. This one, virtual environment, venv. So I'm asking the virtual environment package to create this folder having quite lots of files. And now, as you can see, the lib and then the scripts and something inside the scripts, there's this activate that allow us to activate this virtual environment. So that means the project, the web project. Okay, how can we do that? Then we can say cd dot venv, cd to the venv, and then script, and then now dot activate. Now it has been activated. If you see this virtual, so if you see this virtual under a parenthesis, that means this project is now activated. Yeah, activated. Yeah, so how do you deactivate? You can even go out and then deactivate. Oh, deactivate. Now we don't see it. In case if you don't have Git Bash, how do you actually? Yeah, maybe I can just open it in a Git Bash. In this, so I have to go again, cd week 7 something 7 and cd web. Yes, so how do we activate this one? So well, you should do this, something like this. You just go all the way, venv, and then scripts, and then activate. Yeah, as you can see, it has been activated now. So easy, just you write venv, scripts, and then activate. you see this. How do we activate? Deactivate. Yeah, great. Yeah, and now I can continue with this one. Okay, now again, I have to go to cd venv and cd scripts and cd again. What was the I think we can just now activate that, and then we can get back and start working. And now since we are working on this, now we can install different packages. Yeah, if you write pip freeze or pip list, let's see. Of course, pip should have been installed already because we will use it, okay? But there's pip and will and setup tools. These are by default there, but nothing else. Do we have NumPy or pandas or something? No, we don't have. So for instance, we can install Flask or something, yeah? If we install, for instance, pip install Flask, yeah? Let's see. Yeah, it has been installed. And now if I say pip list, oh yeah, with Flask, quite lots of other packages has been installed. Where's Flask? Yeah, Flask is here. Oh, let's install, for instance, text blob. I like the text blob. Maybe we can do that later. But now let's work on here. I can just create a file and I call it app.py. Great. So on this app.py, I can say from Flask import, think Flask as in capital. So this is actually the what is this, the library that allow us to build websites or APIs. And then we can create this app. We can say app and Flask, and then we attach it to name. Actually, this name refers to this just file, this file. Okay, so maybe if everything is going well, it just sometimes you can run it like this. No such a file or directory or something, because as you can see, we are not even there for some reason. Yeah, so I can actually run it. Python app.py. Just let's run if everything goes, and maybe you can even write print. This is our web app, and let's try to run this. Oh yeah, I mean, I think I should have just done this. Yeah, this is our web app. So that means it's working. So this app allows us to add routes and routes. And I think if you know what routes means, I will show you. Route means, for instance, this, let me show you. This is route, the code route, the issue routes, and then pull requests. I can go to the different parts of, or the navigation. So we call them routes. Okay, then something we didn't learn, but we call it decorators in Python. There's this @ symbol, app.route. So what this means, actually, this means, hey, go to this, this app, and give me all the functionality you have. So it means like that. And then I can pass the route. I can say the route is going to be home. And then we can create the same function below that, def, and then I can say maybe home. And then return maybe home, something like that. Okay, is still functioning this? Yeah, still functioning, but it should have a port. At what port should it work? We have to have a port. So if we can say, if the name of this is equal to main, So we are working on the main. So this main, like this. And then what we should say, app dot run. We want it to be in a debug mode. Debug mode, it's going to be true. And the host would be local, and then we call this 0, 0, and then 0 and 0. And then the port number could be, maybe we can say 5,000. I like 5,000. You can call it 3,000 or something. Now I don't want this, maybe. And now if we run this, it should say it's running somewhere. Have you seen now? Yeah, running on port something, on debugging mode. So if I go to this, or maybe if I just control and click, yeah, it's asking me, can I open it? Yeah, it's about to open it. Let's see, home now. Yeah, does it, but I think you've been learning now. So this is a home. It's such a, maybe now, let's try to have, maybe, I think instead, I want it to be more of an HTML, or maybe div. I want to make it just a div, and div, and then as you can see, h1, home, sweet home, and then h1 again. But did I tell you that if your code goes to multiple lines, it's better to use the triple quote instead, right? Yeah. Let's see what we get now. If it's refreshing itself. Because it's in a debug mode, I think it should refresh itself, no? Let's wait a bit. Yeah. I was expecting to, maybe I think we have to or do we have it just, so it completely terminated, so it doesn't refresh, Okay, now if I just do that, home sweet home. Yeah, so now I managed to actually show even HTML page. Now that's great. And then now maybe I think it's better to have separate pages than just like, for instance, if I have about page, I can just create then about, I can just call it this about, and then this is going to be the about page. And then this is going to be again h1 home. And then this might be just p paragraph. Now, but as you can see, writing HTML like a string is not easy. And let's see if everything is working. If not, we will restart our code. So I think we have, because I didn't modify, when I just change this about, I have home 2 routes with the same function, and this should be about. Okay, that doesn't work at all. Look at this. Yeah, great. Now home, sweet home, and then if I change this one to about, and then the about page. And then even if you want to have some kind of navigation, if you have seen, I was just suffering to navigate. So what I should have, maybe I have to have a list, something like this. Yeah. And then inside the list, I want to have a link. And then this link is going to be href. Yeah, you have learned this already, right? And then this is home. And this home, and then I can just close it with a, and then I can duplicate this, or this one is going to be about, and then this is going to be about, and then I can duplicate this for the about page because it's a navigation. And is our code still working? Yes, so I can just refresh this. Yeah, so as you can see, if I go to home and then about, yes, that's good. And then maybe how about if we want to display some yeah, students, my students list, def, and then I mean route, add app, dot route, and then I just want students and then again the students. I usually make this the route name and this the function the same, students. And then maybe I may have list of the students at some point. Maybe instead of list of students, I can also, yeah, how about if I fetch the data from somewhere? Maybe if you remember, we have this JSON file, right? Or maybe, I don't know, we can also fetch that or something we can do. Or maybe I can show you something here. We've been fetching this, but I think I'm just complicating stuff. So let's just make it a bit easier. Just, I can show you something. Maybe the person data is actually something like this, something like this. I can say, I can just write my name and then that's my name and that is my age and everybody knows that and role and actually programmer maybe, and then this would be good enough. And then maybe we can return this, return as in JSON. So actually we can import JSONify. I think the name is JSONify, JSONify. So from Flask again, from Flask import JSONify. So when we return JSONify and then the person. Okay, let's see. But we don't have that route. So we should have that route again. I can add, no, I think I can just copy one and students and students. And then again here, students. The students. Yeah. Now, if everything is going well, it's yeah.
Just symbol in this, you make a syntax mistake. Students, A tag is not open.
No, which line?
Just look, A href students, first tag A, it's not open.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me check that. Yes, it's not, yes, yeah. Then I may have the same problem everywhere, no? Yes, thank you. Okay, and I think it terminated, so we have to run this again. Yeah, good. And let's see. And if we have the student, yeah, have you seen now? This is like just any file form of that. Yeah, maybe, oh, how about instead, do you remember you guys do have, of course I can fetch it, but I think you guys already have this. No, this one, this, and if I want to have some of the cats displayed over here, yes, yeah. Maybe I can just take this part instead of that, for instance, instead cats, and then I can call this something like this, and then cats. Of course, I have to change also the other routes, but in this case, I don't. Yeah, have you seen that? Now we are actually displaying some kind of data, even though we call this students and these are related to cats. We can change this to cats, actually, maybe. I think it's better to change it to cats now. Okay, where is it? Because it doesn't make sense. Cats. And then this one also. X. And then I can change. I think now everything has been changed. And yeah, good. Fair enough. Now, as you can see, we are about building a kind of fake API. It's not yet. Why I called it a fake API? Because we are not, by not sure again. Because this should be cats. We have changed the route. Yes. Maybe how about if we are interested to find one of the route, one of the cat instead of like all of them. How about if I'm interested in one of the cat? Can you give me any idea, any suggestion?
Let's go with American short hair.
Yes, but the thing is like we can actually, instead of displaying all, we can display them by ID or by name or something like that. So how do we look for that values? Yeah, so what we should do we should have here, yeah, we should have here, we have to have first the route. We don't have that route. So that display or cat instead of maybe route, I can say at route, route, and then instead of cats, maybe cats, and it usually actually have something like this, and then ID or something like this. Yeah, so that means this is the kind of a placeholder that we can use to access that. Oh, what is this? We can use this to get it. Okay. And then again, what we can say, def cat, single cat. And then something like this. Yeah, but where do we get this? So we are actually, it would have been better if we put this outside of this, and then let's imagine this is like our database. Later we will store it in a database, but now let's just put it at the top, and it sounds like a database because it's a global, yeah, and we can access it in all the routes. Yeah, so what we can do, by the way, when you don't have anything to write, you can just write pass and it should work. But now, how can we access that ID? Yeah, how do we get it? Yeah, maybe in Python, Flask parse route parameters. Let me show you here, for instance, request args.get username. No, that's not. Yes, we can access that, and actually it should be, for instance, we have here, the name would be good. So we should change this to name. Name. Yeah, so we can also pass this one as in name. And now if we filter, like we have cats, if you remember cats dot, maybe we can use this for cat in cats if cat name is equal to name. And now I'm filtering that cat for this condition. And then we can return this, but now we're returning it as a list. And let's see what it looks like for this route. So what's the route actually? So cats and followed by the name. Okay. For instance, we can go for the Abyssinian. I think it's already failed. So we have to rerun this. An indentation problem. Where exactly? Well, we have to look at that. Line number 5. Line number 5. How? Everything was okay there. What here? Oh yeah, after I moved this. Okay, I see. Okay, good. Name is not. And would be good also if we just pass this as in just unify instead of just pure list. It's better to just pass it like that. And now let's see cats. Okay, it's not working. I think it may just take us some time for debug. So yeah, welcome back again. So we have some bugs. So we have to fix type error. Object of type function is not just an serializable. It says where exactly. So we have to figure it out. Line number 72, as you can see. And let's see line number 72. Okay, here. Oh, okay, maybe for the time being, let's just remove this. And no, actually, this is not the part 72 is here, but I think it was working. Then why is the problem? Now it's not serializable. Okay, cats, and we have that, and now it's not working even if since we have moved it. Let's just try, that's the new addition. File lines. What's the problem? The function object of type. It's not. Oh, line number 72 again. Yes, and someone comment? Okay, good. Okay, Manta. Okay, good. You can leave. And let's see what happened to our code. We just moved this to a different place. Nothing. We didn't do anything differently, right? And that shouldn't be a problem. Sometimes it's not easy to see hidden bugs. And let's just put it here and do it and check it again. Let's see. That's crazy. That's really crazy because we just changed the scope of the code and why it was behaving differently. And when we just put it a bit at higher scope, it was not working. The reason why we want to put this one, because this is acting as a database for now, for us, and it's here, and we have here, maybe so, yeah, and then let's try again. I hope it's working. Maybe we can do the copy of that. How about if we do copy, and if you remember, we used to use copy this in a list. Function object has no attribute copy. Oh yeah, because guys, do you know the problem? Because we have the same variable name. We have saying this cats, so this should be actually cats data or something. We can call it data. Yeah, that was the problem. Oh yeah, at the same time we have also cats. That was actually the problem. Now I figured. I think now I can also turn this on, and let's see. Yeah, now it's working. Now let's see with Abyssinia and try to figure out if we get one cat. A function object is not, and because we didn't change this one, so this should be, it's not, that should be, this should be data for cat. No, this should be data, and this cat, and this should be maybe, oh yeah, I think it's going up. So I can call this one item. Item, one item from the data, that means one of the cat, because I have already the word cat in here, so it doesn't go well. Okay, now I think if my server is not terminated, yes, still it's working. And let's try if it's working. Type error list index must be integer or slice not stir. List indexes. Where? Item for item in data. Oh yeah, this should be again item, not data. Let's try again. Oh yeah, now as you can see, we managed to get the Abyssinian cat. And now if we want to also just target one of the cat, maybe American name or this one. Oh, American curl if I want. Yeah, so American curl. You can say American curl. And I can, yeah, so as you can see, I can target all or individual cats. So we're about actually building now the cats API, somehow modified version of the cats API. Yeah, so if you see now, this is the simplest, the simplistic version of the Python web. It has homepage or something, but as you can see, this doesn't really look good. So instead, we should have a folder here. We call it templates. Templates. And then these templates should have different file. For instance, the first we can call it index, or maybe we can call it home.html. Then I can say just HTML and generate something like that. And then h1 home, and then p here, I can say lorem, something like that. And then I can duplicate this for about.html, and then just paste. I can change this to about us, about us. And then instead of just doing this, I can actually access it from the file. So how do I access it? We can hear this render template. Render template. So by rendering the template. So what we should do, actually, I can remove this one also. Render template, and then just give the name of the file, about.html. I think I didn't remove properly. Yeah. Let's try with this. Let's see if everything goes well. Oh, I think I have to run it again, maybe at once. Yeah, and try if I get that right. Yeah, about us. About us is working. Good. About us. No, but the home says about us. That's strange. Why the home is saying about us? Huh? A bit strange. I don't know how did I make that. This is home, but about this should be home. And this should say render template, and it should say about.html. Yeah, but as you can see, we don't have a route for that. Yeah, I destroyed the route. I should have actually keep the route before I destroy it. Yeah, no. Yeah, this part of the code. This part of the code is important. And now I can do again. Yes, I can include that part, maybe here. The kind of div, and then put it here, and also it in here. Now we are almost doing more of web development stuff, and let's see if everything goes well. I think so. My file is not running. Let's see. Now it's running. I have to do, yep, home, about, and then the cats is the API. And then if I want one of the cat, maybe just American Bobtail. Yeah, this is web development with Python, but this is not yet connected with backend, the database. So next week we will connect this with the database. And before that, I will also give you an assignment to work on. And the assignment will be, I will show you this one. Okay. Yeah, I think this is over, but I will just show you the assignment after the recording.